The Madden 21 ratings for the Chicago Bears have been leaked. Is EA Sports still on their BS, or did they actually make accurate ratings for once? What is up, guys? I'm back with another Bears offseason reaction video. If you're new here, subscribe for more Bears content. I'll be coming out with Bears content, all offseason long, and hopefully into the regular season. We'll see about that. Fingers crossed. But today, I'm going to be reacting to the Bears leaked Madden ratings. Just this morning, actually, they leaked the top 10 Madden ratings for the Chicago Bears. So these are the 10 best players we have in the game. Now, I have to say again that these are leaked, so they are not confirmed, but this happens pretty much every single year, and every single year the leaks are almost always accurate. So I'm 99% sure these are actually going to be accurate, and if they're not, well, sorry, okay, I'll make another video after that, but these are probably going to be accurate. And I don't know if any of you guys play Madden. I mean, obviously a lot of you do, but I used to be a pretty big Madden fan back in the day, Madden 13, Madden 14. Back when I was younger, I used to play this game a lot, and I still played a decent amount. Like, I picked up Madden 20, played it every once in a while, but I'm obviously not as big a fan as it was when I was a kid because, I don't know, there's certain parts of the gameplay that just kind of piss me off, and the game itself has not really changed that much in the past, 5 or 6 years, so you're pretty much paying for a $60 roster upgrade, but I'm still going to end up buying it, obviously, just like I do every single year because I fall for their BS just like all of you guys do as well. But that is not the point of this video, guys. I'm not going to complain too much more about Madden in this video. I can leave that for a separate video. In this video, I'll be reacting to the top 10 leaked Bears Madden ratings and giving you guys a assessment on if it's a fair rating or if it's not. So I did this video last year too. This year I'm only doing it with the top 10 players because I think it's kind of pointless to react to, the bottom ones. But if you guys want me to, I can do that as well when the official ratings release. So leave a comment down below if you think I should do this video again with all the players, including Trubisky and, all the ones that didn't make the top 10 whenever that comes out. But yeah, this is going to be only the top 10. And in my reactions, okay, I'm going to have a system of rating these ratings. So it's either going to be a fair rating, a debatable rating, or a disrespectful rating. Now, something to keep in mind about Madden's rating systems, pretty much how they rate their players is that anybody that's elite or a superstar is in the 90s, quality starters and above average starters are in the 80s, low-level starters are in the 70s, backups are in the 60s, and low-level backups are 50 and below. With all that said, let's begin with this video, guys. Alright, first up, we got Khalil Mack at 97 overall. That is totally fair. I agree with that 100%. I know some Bears fans would like to still see him at a 99 overall, which I think he definitely will be at the conclusion of next season. But based on just last year, you can't really give him higher than a 97. He was still a dominant player, still one of the best pass rushers in the game, but his stats overall were down. Probably one of the worst seasons he's had since his rookie season. But obviously, there's a lot of factors that went into that. So, at a 97 overall, I think that's pretty fair. Still one of the best players in the game. Still viewing him as one of the best pass rushers in the game, but not giving him the full respect of a 99. That is pretty fair, in my opinion. Next, we got Eddie Jackson at 89 overall. That is debatable. It's too low, in my opinion, okay? Personally, if I was in charge of Madden, I would have put him at 92, 91, maybe 93 even. But 89, viewing him as a above average starter, I think that's kind of unfair. Now, I know that Madden is pretty reactionary, so they really react to how your last season went. And last season overall, statistically, was not the best for Eddie Jackson, but obviously Madden is not going to take into account that he was not even playing in position. Chuck Pagano had him playing strong safety a lot in the box, way more than he should. So his stats and numbers were down, and I get why you're not going to rate him as high as you did, a season ago after that crazy 2018 year he had. But 89 overall for a safety that's made the Pro Bowl 2 times in a row now, made the All-Pro team, made the Bears top 100 all-time team. I think that's a little bit low, and that is definitely debatable. Next, we got Allen Robinson at 89 overall. This is debatable as well, okay? It's too low. Come on, guys. I mean, if you look at what Allen Robinson has been able to do with, bottom-level QB play pretty much his entire career, I saw a stat somewhere that said that Allen Robinson has actually had the most uncatchable balls out of any, top receiver in the entire NFL throughout his career, okay? He played with Blake Bortles before, who was horrible, and Mitch Trubisky in 2018. Yeah, he had a pretty decent season, but 2019 was not a good year at all for Mitch Trubisky, and a lot of those balls were not really that catchable, but Allen Robinson still caught them, and he still finished among the top receivers. He has the best stats against man coverage in the entire NFL. He can beat press as well at an elite rate, so he can get open no matter what. But due to him not being in a high-powered offense, due to things out of his control, he is consistently disrespected by the media and by Madden right now as well. I think that he should definitely be in the 92-93 range because that's how good he actually is. I mean, if you compare him to the other receivers in the NFL, obviously you're not going to put him, next to a Julio Jones or a Michael Thomas who finished with crazy stats and have been dominating for like a long time. But come on, at least a 92-93 would be acceptable for a guy like Allen Robinson, who had a really crazy season last year, despite all the chaos that went on in the offense that he was a part of. Next, we got AKIEM HICKS at 88 overall. And this one is kind of tough to react to because, like I mentioned earlier, Madden's a pretty reactionary game, so they're only going to react to what you did last year. And obviously last year, AKIEM HICKS didn't really do much because he was out for the majority of the season. So he didn't get a chance to put up any big numbers or show what he's capable of. But keeping that in mind still, 88 for a player that is probably as vital to our team almost as Khalil Mack is? That is kind of low, and that is debatable in my opinion. The only reason I'm not saying that's disrespectful is because he was injured all of last year. So I get why they're not going to put him in the 95 or 96 range. That is totally fair, but come on, you should at least have him as being like a 91, 92, solely based on the fact that we saw how important he was to this team last year. With him gone, our entire defense took a step backwards. We had virtually no pass rush. So that is the effect that AKIEM HICKS has on this team. And it just shows you that he should have a higher rating than just 88 overall. Kyle Fuller at 85 overall. This is the first one that I have to say is disrespectful. I know a lot of fans across the NFL don't even talk about Kyle Fuller at all because he's not that flashy guy. He doesn't have that flashy personality where he talks a lot of trash to, the opposing wide receivers. He doesn't really, strut himself. He isn't that cocky player that a lot of these DBs are. So I feel like that is definitely one of the reasons why he doesn't get enough attention across the NFL. But if you look at his pure numbers, if you look at his film, he is among the best cornerbacks in the NFL. Obviously, he's not like one of the top ones. I wouldn't put him like top 3 or top 5 even right now. But 85 overall is so extremely low. I would put him at 89 maybe, or maybe even 90, because I'm going to read you guys some stats right now. Kyle Fuller over the past 3 seasons, he has 12 interceptions, which is 4th in the NFL. He has 55 pass breakups, which is 2nd in the NFL. He's went to 2 Pro Bowls, made 1 All-Pro team, and has missed 0 games over the past 3 years. Okay, that's ridiculous. 0 games, always reliable, one of the best cornerbacks at breaking up passes, still among the leaders in interceptions as well, so he can, take the ball the other way too. What else do you want Kyle Fuller to do, guys? Like, he's a pretty damn good cornerback, one of the best in the NFL. So 85 overall, only viewing him as like an above average cornerback, that is extremely disrespectful. Eddie Goldman at 84 overall, I would have to say this one is actually fair. Based on last year, our entire defense took a step backwards. Our run defense was not as dominant last year as it was in 2018. So that entire D-line, yeah, you could, bring them down a few. And 84 for Eddie Goldman, that is probably fine. But again, I have to say that Eddie Goldman's potential is way higher than the 84 overall. He's truly underrated. People don't really talk about him because he's a nose tackle doing the dirty work for everybody else. So next year he could be a lot higher, but based on last year, I think 84 is pretty fair. Next we go to ROQUAN Smith at 83 overall. This one is definitely kind of disrespectful in my opinion. I mean, ROQUAN Smith last year, if you look at purely his numbers, if you look at purely his film and not really his name recognition, he was one of the better linebackers in the entire NFL. He was top 3 in tackling percentage, so he was one of the best at actually tackling his guy and bringing him down to the ground. So he's always been a really reliable tackler. In coverage, he's always been solid. I can't really think of many times where he's let us down in coverage. And every once in a while when you send him on a blitz, he's also had some success as well. So he's truly a speedy, all-around middle linebacker that does a lot of things for our defense. Did they bring him down a few notches for the boat trip or whatnot? Like, I don't know what else he did to be this low. I mean, if you ask any football fan, any person that actually watches football, ROQUAN Smith is a really damn good middle linebacker, and he should at least be like 88, 89, possibly even 90, because he's borderline elite right now. Not even borderline. I mean, most football experts would rank him among their top 10 linebackers in the NFL. Now, I feel like next year, if he has a crazier year stats-wise, you know, with the interceptions, maybe with more sacks, maybe with more tackles even, you know, maybe even making an all-pro team, which I feel like he's capable of doing, then people are actually going to start paying attention to him, you know, when he actually becomes a household name. But I guess right now he's still kind of underrated, so they gave him way too low of a rating, man, and that's kind of disrespectful for ROQUAN Smith. Next, we got Robert Quinn at 82 overall. This is also disrespectful, guys, and I'm not even saying this as a Bears fan. Look at the numbers. Look at the stats. He was among the best pass rushers in the NFL last year. And if you want to say Madden is a reactionary game, reacting to last year, why would you not give Robert Quinn a higher overall rating? Robert Quinn finished last year with 11.5 sacks, but also the best against double teams in the entire NFL. He was double team, one of the most highest percentages in the entire NFL out of any pass rusher, and he still, you know, beat those double teams at a much higher rate than anybody else did. I'll try to find the graph right now, I'll put it on the screen, but he was in the top right of that graph. Like, he was truly elite last year. The numbers don't lie, and 82 overall for a person of that caliber, that is disrespectful. Charles Leno Jr. at 81 overall. What the heck, Madden? Like, Charles Leno, the 9th best player on our team. You choose Charles Leno to be that guy. That is disrespectful to the other people on the team, guys. I don't hate Charles Leno as much as you guys do. I know a lot of other Bears fans wanted him cut, have completely given up all hope on him. I'm not like those people. I still think he can have a bounce back year this year with Juan Castillo to fix up some of the things that, you know, he regressed on in 2019. Because keep in mind, he was a Pro Bowler in 2018, so all hope is not lost on him. But last year, he was not a good left tackle whatsoever. He showed a complete lack of effort, at times just completely being overwhelmed by even safeties. So I don't really get how you can put him as the 9th best player on this Bears team, and especially at 81 overall, saying that he's, you know, an above average starter, which he's definitely not, okay? I would probably put him in the 70s, maybe a 75, 76, because that's what he played like last year. So, Madden, you're overrating Charles Leno. And finally, we got Cody Whitehair at 81 overall. This one is debatable, guys, because I feel like Cody Whitehair is probably the only good offensive lineman that we have, you know, on the team right now, based on last year at least, okay? If you look at the film last year, Cody Whitehair was the only shining light out of that horrible O-line the entire year. He probably made the least mistakes out of anybody there, which obviously isn't saying much, but even comparing him to the other, you know, interior offensive linemen in the league, he is one of the better ones. He has a lot of potential still. He's still relatively young. He could still blossom next year, but based on last year, I think 81 is a little bit low. I'd like to see him at like a 83, 84 even, because he was, you know, pretty above average for the majority of the year, but you know, it's nothing too much to be worried about. So I'm not too mad about it, but it is, you know, debatable. So yeah, those are the top 10 Madden ratings for the Chicago Bears this season. Let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comments, because I know a lot of people were underrated, but some were overrated as well. So let me know what you guys think down below. And if you guys want me to react to the official ones, which will come out probably later this week, let me know also down below in the comments. But as always, guys, bear down.